Welcome to the 2300 Pick 6 podcast. I'm your host, Dave Walker, about to do Week 10 picks with Joe Law. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Walker, I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing good too, man. Just got done having lunch with my mom. Picked up a couple of shirts from AEW, which I got one right now for the people that are watching. I'm wearing the Jamie Hayter t-shirt right now, hoping she wins tonight on Collision against Sky Blue. Sorry, Steve. I'm rooting for Jamie here, so I got the shirt on supporting Jamie. So I'm hoping that happens tonight, and had lunch with my mother, and then I just want to get into real life before we start, which is the death of Marshawn Nealon. Damn shame what happened to him. And for those out there, because he was dealing with mental health problems, I didn't know. And for like I said on this show, we make a lot of jokes on here about teams, regardless of what it is. We want everybody to have a good time. We want everybody to help get money, but mental health is not a joke. And if you're dealing with something like that and you feel like you need to urge, if you feel like that urge is going to come to you, go get help, talk to a doctor, talk to a counselor, go to a church, talk to a friend. Anybody's out there to reach out. Just let someone reach out to you. That's all we want you to do is reach out. Your thoughts on that, Joe?
Yeah, you nailed it. You know, someone you just don't know. I mean, look how he was on Monday night. You know, he actually scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
On that field goal block, or the punt block.
Yeah, it was a punt block, yep.
And then, like, 4 days later, he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
And you could tell a lot of people didn't even know that he had mental health issues.
No, nobody knew. Nobody knew. I just thought at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, man, I didn't know it was mental health. I'm thinking, that's a young age to die at 24. I'm thinking at first was, hey, did he get into a bad car accident? That's what I was thinking at first.
Well, at first, some people thought that because the car that he was in did hit a telephone pole or tree, they said.
Yeah.
And then he took off.
Yeah.
And then when he was there, he was texting his girlfriend and I think his family, telling them goodbye.
Yeah.
And they were so worried. But I think that's why. Then what happened, TMZ got the actual 911 call transcript and voice where his girlfriend is calling and telling, or accomplice.
Yeah.
On dispatch, and they were saying, you know, he has mental illness, and he's texting her and the family saying, goodbye, I love you, and all that, and that he has a weapon.
Yeah.
And no one really knew what was going on, because all you heard was, well, there was some police chasing Bob, too.
Yeah, that's what we all heard, but nobody knew he was dealing with mental health, and it's not a joke. And trust me, and I deal with mental health, too. I have my own depression at times, but if I feel like my depression is going to get to that point, I can talk to you, my friends, and my mother, or I can talk to my priest or talk to a doctor. If I feel like I ever feel like that need is ever going to come to that.
Exactly. I mean, you know, you're never alone. You can always talk to someone. There's always a friend nearby, no matter what, or a family member, or anybody there that will listen. You're never alone. If you need to talk, somebody will always listen to you and help you.
Yep. This is before we begin. We're just going to have – I'm sorry, man. Just before we get into our show, we're just going to have a brief moment of silence before we do that. Okay. All right. Now let's get into our show. Well, we had interesting trade deadline winners, losers, and surprises. The one surprise I did not see coming was me and Wolf always make jokes about the Jets, which is blow it up all the time. But I don't think we saw Sauce Gardner getting traded to the Colts. I don't think anybody saw Sauce getting traded on their radar.
No, even Sauce didn't see himself getting traded. He's like, I'm traded? What? I didn't even know I was in trade because he just signed that extension too.
Yeah.
The offseason for a 4-year, I think it was $165 million, somewhere around that ballpark.
Yeah, let me check what Sauce Gardner's deal was.
But yeah, I think that was the most shocking trade of the day was Sauce getting going for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
And the wide receiver that the Colts took in the second round of this year's draft. no one saw that coming.
No one did. And I'm not mad at what the Colts did. The Colts saw this was, hey, our defense, our secondary got embarrassed by the Steelers. And even though, that score was close as it was, the Steelers dominated the Colts in that game. And the Colts fell into a humbling and / a fuck you game right there. And I think the Colts were like, hey, our secondary is getting bad and they got torched. We got to make a move. And they moved. They made a power move. I'm going to call that a power move that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give Irsay's daughter the credit. She's actually, she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the quote she said. She said, do you want to put a Band-Aid on the problem and just have it work area, or do you want to fix the problem? And she said, you know what? I'm fixing the problem. Here's 2 first-round picks and a young wide receiver in the second round that we took for Sauce Gardner. And he's playing tomorrow.
Yeah, and he's going to be in Germany tomorrow playing against the Falcons.
I wonder if Sauce is the first NFL player to play in 2 overseas games in 2 different countries, in 2 different continents.
Let me check. I could. You piquing my interest on that one.
Because he was over there for the Jets game in England, I think. Maybe that's where they played, was England or Germany. And now he's going over there tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow to play with the Colts. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Bruce Irvin, so he is the second.
Oh, okay.
Bruce Irvin did it with the Raiders in Mexico City against New England Patriots. And then he did it again in 2018. Well, actually with the same team. So I take that back. He did it with the same team twice. Then he is the only one that has done it, Bruce Irvin.
Okay.
So Bruce Irvin is the first one. Sauce is now the second because he already played against Denver in London, and we saw how that went. Now he's going to a contender, and he's going to get used to something he ain't used to in a while, winning and being in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, he went from the outhouse to the penthouse.
Oh, yeah, he went to a penthouse that nobody saw coming, and I'm proud for him, and I know he's going to succeed in Indianapolis because, like you said, Indy found a solution to their problem. They were like, you know what? We got dominated by the Steelers, which we shouldn't have, and they made a power move that nobody saw coming. And I congratulate them for that power move because I did not see that coming. When I saw that, I was like, because I was going like doing my Booker T. I was like, tell me I don't see this. Tell me I don't see this. And then I look at like, oh, damn, this is real.
Yeah, because, everyone knew the Jets were going to blow the team up.
Oh, yeah, we all knew that.
We thought at least Sauce Gardner and Darrell Wilson was safe due to the fact that they're young and still in their prime.
Yeah.
But I guess you're getting offered 2 first-round picks. I guess it's hard to turn down doing that.
No, it's not. And they made a good deal because the culture, because right now they're at 7-2. I think they're in that win now mode. They're trying to do everything in their power to get to. I don't know if their Colts are going to make a Super Bowl yet because I got to see how they do in the playoffs. As of right now, yes, they are in first place right now with the 1 seed. We don't know how long that may last because we got a lot of football left still. Because right now we are in the second half of football. And usually after Halloween is when I usually say this is the month of the pretenders and the month of the contenders. And we're going to see how all these teams are made up of who's getting in the playoffs and who ain't going to get into the playoffs. But with this right here, the Colts making a power move is saying, hey, we're in win now mode right now.
Exactly. I mean, like you said, still plenty of football. They got a good record. But if they play like they did last week, they ain't going to be in first place that long.
No, because you have to worry about the Jags on your heels. And everybody thought we made a joke about that game being on Lifetime. Oh, I didn't make – everybody hit me up and saying that wasn't a joke. And I said, thank God I don't live in Jacksonville or live in Las Vegas. If that game was live and I had to put myself – no, I take that back. Excuse me. Broncos, Raiders almost made me go to sleep, literally, when I was at Borgata. And if I didn't have to work that Friday, I would have just got myself a room. And you know what? I'm too tired to drive back home. I'm going to crash here. I did win off of that game. Go ahead.
That game was pitiful.
Yes.
The NFL should be embarrassed.
Yeah, they should.
for putting that garbage on and making fans suffer through that. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you serious?
No.
And I'm looking at the team like, how did my Eagles lose to this fucking Denver team?
That's what I'm looking at too. I'm looking at like, how did your team lose to them? How did the Smurfs couldn't almost beat them? Because I'm going to teams that almost did.
Because even on top of that, the Raiders have nothing.
No, and I thought I thought the Raiders would get some points, like maybe 10 or maybe 7, but I didn't expect the game to turn into an Oakland A's. I wasn't hoping it was going to be an A's and a Rockies game, and I'm not going to disparage hockey because I watch hockey and I love hockey. And nothing against the Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche, but at least those two could have put up points.
Exactly. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, I know the way the football seasons are going, it's like teams that don't have superstars actually show up to play.
Yeah, because I really didn't. I didn't expect it to be like that, and I'm going like, and it fucked up all my parlays. It fucked up covering.
Yeah, I took mostly Denver players that I thought would do good. So I took the A-star guys.
I took Dobbins. Same here. I took Dobbins. I took Harvey. I took Sutton. Those were the ones I took. I even took Bo Nix for an anytime touchdown.
I took Bo Nix for throwing for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And 225 rushing and passing yards. He didn't even get that.
No, and I was like, oh my God, and I wasted. And I said to everybody, did you win off that game? I said, yeah, just $120. And that was just for the Broncos winning straight up because the Broncos didn't cover and they didn't get the over.
Exactly, and the only Raider I thought would actually do good is Brock Bowers, but I had him for 40 yards. He only had 31 yards.
Yes, and the only person that scored for the Raiders was Ashton Jennings.
Their only star guy, him and Brock. That's it. They got no wide receivers.
No, because Jacoby Myers then went to the Jaguars, and I'm very disappointed in him. I don't know if this was the Raiders' way of doing a fuck you to the Bills. I'm not saying he would have gone to the Chiefs. I don't think the Raiders are that damn stupid to do that. Because I thought, okay, I knew this was probably his last game, but who knew that was his last game against the team he just played against?
Right.
Because I was thinking Jacoby Myers was going to go to Buffalo.
Well, actually, it wasn't Buffalo. I didn't think Buffalo had interest. Maybe earlier they did.
Okay.
But it was the Steelers.
Okay.
The Raiders did, because the report was the Raiders didn't want to do Jacoby Myers wrong. So they went to him and it said, hey, we got two teams interested. These are the offers.
Okay.
A 4th and a 6th from each of them offered it.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars or the Steelers. And Jacoby Myers picked Jacksonville over Pittsburgh.
I would have took Pittsburgh, to be honest with you. Because Pittsburgh needs a wide receiver. I like DK Metcalf, but you need someone else with him.
Well, that's my thing. It's like Pittsburgh didn't even do nothing.
No, Pittsburgh did not do anything.
They traded for a couple safeties, but everyone knows you still needed another offensive guy on the end. Okay, you didn't get Jacoby Myers. You tell me you couldn't get somebody else?
That's what I didn't understand. That's why I was just a little perplexed, and I was like, I was thinking like me, Wolf, and some of us were thinking, hey, he should go to the Bills, But then when I hear he goes to the Jags, I was like, okay, I got that one wrong. Okay, there's one wrong for me. I didn't expect coming. I knew the Jets were blowing up their organization. I knew, and everybody said, was I happy that Quentin Williams went to the Cowboys? I said, well, it's a little too late. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. If this would have been done sooner, then I could say, yeah, this is a good move. But this is to the point where we're not in win now mode. We're done. And it's not going to be until, I don't know how it's going to be next year or whatever, but I knew right then and there this was not going to go very, very good for us. And then when I watched that Cardinals game, and I'll tell people, whoever had a poll or an over-under on me, how fast was I going to put Monday Night Raw on? You could give your guess if you want to take a guess when I put it on.
Kickoff?
No, 3rd quarter. Right when McBride scored is when I put Raw on. And the only thing that made my night salvageable out of that was when Logan Paul literally knocked out CM Punk with the brass knucks, which made my night. And that's when literally the next day I got myself a prime.
Right.
Yeah, that's when I put Raw on, was at the 3rd quarter, because I asked if anybody had a poll or like a little how fast it was going on, how fast y'all thought I had Raw on. I want to know what the poll results were. And they said, well, it was between halftime and the third quarter. I was like, third quarter, because when McBride scored, because halftime, I was giving them a little bit of leniency at that point. But then when McBride scored, that was it. And I said in my head was, even if Kyler Murray was there, and at the time, Marvin Harrison picks to have a good game, and I know it was against us. That was like very sarcastic, like, of course, this is the time he has a good game because it's against us. I know it.
Well, Blunt's still picking up his jockstrap from that move that Harrison did to him on the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
He faked him out of his Nike so fast. He didn't know. Like Nike said, "Get ready. We don't want you to."
Yeah, that's what I said to everybody. I said I had that feeling that Marvin Harrison Jr. was going to have a good game, and I said it was probably going to be against us, and I was not shocked at that.
Well, that's the thing. They should. That's how Marvin Harrison Jr. should be played every week.
Yeah, he should.
He's their number one receiver.
Yeah,
and Trey McBride, it should be Marvin Harrison. You rely the offense around that guy.
Yeah,
that's the guy you picked in the top 4 with your pick 4 2 years ago.
Yeah,
as your number 1. He should be getting the ball like that every game.
Yeah, he should. Not okay. I don't want this to be okay. I know they play Seattle, but I'm hoping to God, okay. Oh, is this just going to be a one-time thing because it's against our defense? Because we don't have a defense. Seattle does have a defense. It's not that bad. It's an okay defense, but at least Seattle knows what to do.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. That's what I said in my head. Even though I did have him as a player parlay, I did. I was just more pissed off at Dak. I was pissed off at Lamb. I was pissed off at Williams and George Pickens and all. Let's just say I was pissed off at the whole offense of Dallas. Because they did fuck me up on player parlays.
They did that. Like I said, I think the NFL. You remember I told you when it was like third quarter, and I texted you.
Yeah. You hit me up when I was watching the Lions and the Vikings game.
And I said, ain't it funny how everybody money-wise and betting-wise has money on the 3 top teams that everyone thought was a lock to win.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them are losing right now.
Yeah, that was Detroit, Green Bay, and Indianapolis. All 3 of them lost, which nobody saw coming. And
Green Bay was 94% money line and spread to cover and win that game, and Carolina wins it.
Yeah.
The Vikings and the Lions were at 89% for the money line and like 93% to cover the spread.
Yeah,
and they did it. And then the Packers, of course. Well,
I think you meant the Colts and the Steelers. Yeah, because we talked about Detroit and Green Bay already.
Yeah, the Colts. They were covered to pick the spread and the money line. I think it was at like 90% for the money line and like 88% spread, and they lost.
Yeah.
So, like I said, with everything coming out that the games are rigged or.
Hey, the NBA is under a lot of scrutiny because of all of this. And I know baseball used to be under scrutiny because of this when Pete Rose used to bet on the games. And then the point is, it used to be called, hey, are you trying to shave points?
Exactly.
And that what they used to do is shave points. Now, that was one you shouldn't have expected. Like I said, all 3 of those teams the Colts was more of a humble. The Lions, I don't know what the fuck happened there because Gibbs and Montgomery literally got held down. Yeah, Montgomery did get into the end zone, but Montgomery and Gibbs literally got shut down. The Packers, I don't know what that was. I'll be honest with you.
And Jonathan Taylor didn't even do a damn thing.
No. And Daniel Jones looked like he was back in New York.
Danny Dimes, people were saying, because he had one big game.
Yeah.
One mess up game. They're like, oh, look, Danny Dimes, the means of him being a giant.
Yeah, that's what happened. We used to say, oh, Indiana Jones. Well, unfortunately, for people who've seen Indiana Jones, where Indiana avoids the boulder, unfortunately, this one, he did not avoid the boulder or the snakes.
A lot of big name guys didn't show up last week.
No.
Patrick Mahomes didn't do a damn thing. Josh Gibbs didn't do a damn thing. J.K. Dobbins didn't do anything.
No, nobody did. Nobody.
Yeah, a lot of big. big name star impact receivers that teams fill around franchises didn't do shit.
No, like I said, it was like I said, I still won some games off parlays. That wasn't the issue. It was just more of players did not do what they were supposed to do.
Exactly.
That was the whole issue here. Players didn't do what they were supposed to do here, and they didn't get the job done. Where, hey, at the end of the day, we want the money here, but unfortunately, not a lot of us, all of us, walked out with what we were supposed to walk out with.
Yeah, and you're looking at it, you're like, every week you cover, every week you hit over what these batters are asking you. You hit it.
Yeah.
For the past 8 weeks, you went good.
Yeah.
And then the week I'm taking you, all of a sudden you can't hit.
No, that's because this almost feels like that time before when we did season 1. That time where, and this is a week I hated so badly, and it was so bad. And this was like, I don't know, whatever week it was. And this was the time when I went to the casino, and it was at Borgata, which was that time when that was the worst week ever for me in NFL, because I did not win my 1 o'clock games, and I only won 1 4 o'clock game, and then I lost every other game after. That was my worst week ever. And I said, this almost felt like that, but the only difference is some of the games I picked did win, and I walked away with a little bit of money here, but I was just glad. I was like, oh, God, it almost felt like that.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. It's like now watch, like I was saying, you picked them last week to do good. They don't do crap.
Yeah.
This week, if you don't pick them, they're going to do amazing again.
Yeah, they're going to do amazing. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. They're probably going to do amazing. Speaking also in the deadline was a little shocked that the Chiefs and the Bills didn't make moves. I was shocked at both of them, that they didn't try to make a move. Because I would have thought, I would have thought for the Bills, hey, after we just beat the Chiefs, I would have thought, you know what? Let me find whatever this missing piece is to try to get me to the Super Bowl. What is this missing piece? Is it another receiver? Is it somebody on defense? What is it? Let me see if I can make a move here. But I was just a little bit surprised at them. They didn't make a move. And I know the defense did very good in that Chiefs game with Joey Bosa and Bishop. And the offense did its thing with Josh and them, but I still thought that they would have tried to got something. I'm talking to Bills here.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked they just sat back and didn't try to upgrade their positions a little bit better.
Yeah.
To go for a long haul.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm surprised Waddle's still a Dolphin.
I'm still shocked him and a Kane are still there. I'll give another one who got aggressive was Seattle getting Rashid Shaheed. I didn't see him going there anywhere. I would have thought out of the Saints who would have been gone was Olave and Kamara, one of those two. But I didn't think Rashid Shaheed.
No, I think once Kamara announced that, hey, it's the Saints trading me, I'm retiring, I think a lot of teams backed off of him.
Yeah, and I think they probably were taking his threat very seriously, too.
But Chris Olave, I think, they might have asked him if he wants to be traded. He probably said no. He likes to stay where he's at.
Yeah.
So Rashid, I mean, it gives Seattle a deep threat down the field.
It's not bad because you have him and Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, but he's okay. I mean, he's not like going to break the glass for.
No, I'm not saying that he's gonna.
I know they. Who was it? Yeah, they went back after Breece Hall. They talked to the Jets about Breece Hall, and the Chiefs were willing to give up a fourth for Hall.
Yeah,
and the Jets are like, no, we want a third, and the Chiefs want to pull on it. I'm like, you want to give up a third-round pick for Breece Hall?
I would have gave up a third for Breece.
Exactly. I mean, he's a proven guy. And he would have helped your backfield a lot. A third round, you could get that back in a trade or.
Yeah, you could get that easily back. Right. If it were me, I would have said, hey, look, I need to help what I can get here because right now for the Chiefs, it's very, very tough sledding for them right now in order for them to get into the playoffs. Okay, here's the thing. That Jacksonville loss is now going to come back to haunt them because let's say, God forbid, a tiebreaker has to occur, and let's say if the Jags get into the playoffs, and if a tiebreaker has to come between those two, the Jaguars would own that tiebreaker because they hold a victory over them.
Exactly.
And, yeah. And
not only that.
Good.
Not only that, it's like you saw the Jets were giving out. If someone called and said, "Hey, I'll give you my first-round pick for Garrett Wilson,"
Oh, it took that deal in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Wilson. You don't think the Jets would have said, "Whoa, wait, we got another first-round pick here"?
Yeah, because the Jets know they're in rebuild mode right now. They literally blew it. They're blowing it up. The Dolphins are already blowing up when they traded Jalen Phillips to you. How do you think about that trade?
That was a good trade for Howie. I mean,
yeah, that was. Like I said, Howie is a genius when it comes to making deals. He's not a dumbass, and I'll say that still to this day.
He goes after players. I mean, some of his trades are some of his moves, some he questions, but some he hits on, and it's like Phillips was a beast when 2 years ago before he got injured with that Achilles and knee injury.
Yeah.
That's the only thing to slow him down. But and he's still young. He's only 26 years old.
Yeah. I think that was a very good move for Philadelphia. They needed to make that move, which is, hey, they want to repeat. That's the whole idea, because I'm going to say this about the Eagles. The NFC East is already locked up for them. I'm going to say that now, because I don't see Dallas making a move here to try and advance it. And I damn sure don't see Washington making to advance it. And I'm going to say right now, and I know I said I would say it later, probably at the end of the season, but I'm saying it right now, same old fucking Washington. Because even Jaden Daniels was there for some of those games, injured or not, he was there for those games. So I'm saying it now, same old fucking Washington, and I was glad that I was skeptical on them.
Oh, yeah. I told everyone, I said, why is everyone blowing Daniels this, like everybody was up his ass after his rookie season, like comparing him better than Hurts and comparing him better than this quarterback.
I wasn't. I wasn't. And like I told Kristen that a while back when me, DB, when we went to SmackDown that one time. I said, hey, I think Washington's going to be good. And that's when I said, this is where I agree to disagree with you on. It's just because I've seen this script with Washington before when they go to the playoffs. And since this time they went a little bit farther and exceeded expectations, there was a lot put on them because they made a championship. Now the whole expectations are, hey, you now got to make a Super Bowl. But I was not ready to go into that and blow the horn. Oh, I think the Washington Redskins / Commanders were going to a Super Bowl. I was not on board for that. Because this was not me being a hater. It was more of, I know what I'm looking at here. I'm just not a believer in this.
Exactly. I mean, I knew what I was looking at, and I wasn't impressed. Yeah, he had a good rookie year. Okay, let's see what he does the second year.
Yeah, and
look what's happening.
Yeah, look what's happening, regardless of the injuries. But he was there for those games, too, before he got injured. This isn't like, okay, hey, he got injured week 2 and he's out for the season. Then I could give a pass. But the fact of the matter was Jaden was in some of those games. That's where I cannot give the pass here. I cannot give them a pass.
Exactly.
Like I said, if he got injured week 1 or week 2 and he's out for the season, yeah, I can give a pass in that instance. But in this instance, I cannot give a pass because, yeah, he was injured. But then he came back. And now he's injured again.
Yeah, a lot of people are questioning Dan Quinn's decision to keep him in there. I mean, you're getting blown out big time. You're getting, nothing's going right.
No, nothing was going right for them that game because Seattle literally just dominated that whole game. And if Seattle wanted to, they could have just shut them out if they wanted to.
Yeah, they could. I mean, Sam Darnold, everybody, he went 16 for 16 in the first half.
Yeah.
He was doing good, but everyone's like on the Sam Darnold bandwagon now. Like, oh, he's great, he's good.
I'm not going to go too far with that just yet.
Hold your brakes here.
Yeah, I'm with you there too.
To get to the pressure's on, and then if you look at his track record, Sam Darnold, when the pressure's on,
does not do good in those situations. Yeah. And I'm just saying right now, Sam Darnold's having a good season like he did last year at Minnesota. But wait until playoff time. We saw what happened in his very first playoff game. He folded against the Rams. And a lot could.
Not only that, he folded when the Vikings could have clinched the Central last
year. Yeah, I remember. And he did fold against the Detroit in the end of the season, which was they could have got the bye, which they didn't.
Exactly.
That's I said.
Number 1 seed.
Yeah, let's pump our brakes here right now. Yeah. Is Seattle going to go to the playoffs? Yes. I just don't know what seeding they're going to get because right now their division is a little tough because you're dealing with 3 tough teams you have to deal with. You have to deal with the 49ers. You have to deal with the Rams. With the 49ers, okay, you don't know exactly when Purdy does come back.
Yeah, that turf toe injury he's been dealing with all season.
Yeah, and this must be a really, really bad turf toe. I've never had turf toe before. Never want to experience it. I used to play sports, and the injuries that I used to suffer were shoulder injury, broken middle finger, groin injury, and a foot injury. But I've never experienced turf toe. And I used to play hockey, so I never know how that felt like. And I don't want to know what it feels like.
No, it probably hurts it's bad. I mean, I think it's what's under your foot and the ligament and all that and the mobility of your foot and all.
Yeah.
Is what causing the problem and the under your toe.
Yeah, so basically what
turf toe.
Yeah, turf toe basically is it affects the big toe and it's forcibly bent upward or downward beyond its normal range of motion. That's what turf toe is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And back to the trade deadline. I mean, the Jets did good here.
They did. The Jets did very good. They because I know what they're trying to do. They know they're in rebuild mode. So when next year comes, okay, there's no excuses. No, well, I don't know what's going to happen next year. So next year is going to be, look, okay, hey, I got rid of all that old blood. Now I'm going to bring in my guys that I want to draft and see what I can get in free agency. What can I get next year for the deadline? Because the Jets need a lot of stuff. You're going to need a quarterback. You're going to need a defense. And you're going to probably need wide receivers and another back because I don't know. Let's say the point where if Garrett Wilson or Breece Hall decide they want to get traded next year.
Yeah, because Breece Hall was pissed. He wanted out.
I know he wanted out. Yeah, I know Garrett Wilson comes back this week when they play against Cleveland. And I said his market value was going up because he's out. Breece, I think whatever the Chiefs were going to give. Well, now you said the Jets were going to give what to the Chiefs again? I'm sorry.
The Chiefs wanted to give up a 4th round pick for Hall,
and the Jets wanted something a little lower. They wanted another higher pick.
They wanted a 3rd round pick instead of a 4th round pick. And the Chiefs said,
"Hell no,
we're not going to give you our 3rd round pick."
Yeah, and I think that might come back to haunt them.
But not only that, like Tony Pollard,
I was shocked he didn't go because I thought that was going to be his last game as a Titan. I thought clearly he would have gone to the Chiefs. I don't know. Maybe there was no deal offered there that we didn't hear of.
There's a couple deals, but they were offering like low-end draft picks, and the Titans wanted higher draft picks.
Yeah, I understand where the Titans and the Jets are coming from because they're right now in rebuild mode.
Yeah, but like I said, I feel bad for Wilson. He has all that talent and stuff, and he's another one. He's like, he said he wanted to get traded and all that. Then when the money came, he signed it, and now he's like in Jets hell for the next 4 to 6 years.
Well, yeah, I know Breece's Breece's is for a while. Garrett Wilson's hell, I think, is a lot worse.
I'm surprised the Chargers didn't try to trade for Breece or Achane.
Yeah, I know the Chargers did make a move for an offensive tackle because they know that they needed it.
Yeah, but it's not like a big deal.
No, I know it's not a big deal, but it helps them. And Garrett Wilson's deal started in July. It's a 4-year extension.
Exactly.
So he is in hell for the next 4 years.
Yeah, he's getting the money. Just won't get the title.
No, he won't. It's going to take a while for the Jets to get everything right. That's the thing. Because we know the Jets are in rebuild. The Dolphins are going to be in rebuild. And it was a lot that should have been done. And I know that, there's your winners and your losers. And before we go on to our pick, I want to go on this topic. How much trouble – go ahead.
What do you think of your Cowboys trading away – a 1st round pick that can help you guys? I know it's a 2027.
Yeah.
I think you give up a lot for
Quentin Williams. I got to see how this goes, to be honest with you. I'm glad that we got Quentin Williams. It's not going to change anything for this year. I got to see how it goes for next year. Will this come back to bite us in the ass or not? But I know, hey, they made Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson. I said, okay, when I thought it was Logan Wilson, I said, that's the big trade you made, Jerry? I'm like, okay, here we go. This is Jonathan Mingo all over again from last year. But then when they said, oh, the Cowboys get Quentin Williams, I was like, okay. I'm not getting pulled into this bait and switch right now because I said to people, this is not 2018 where the Cowboys are going to try to make a run. I don't see it. That defense is still bad. And I don't see what it was. I don't see it. I know it's a good move to help, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. If you knew you were going to trade Micah Parsons away, you should have did something like this sooner than later.
Yeah, so basically the full trade comes down is you traded Michael Parsons, and in return you got Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams, and
Logan Wilson from the Bengals.
Logan Wilson. That's what the trade comes down to with Parsons.
Yeah.
And you got a couple first-round picks, but you traded your guys's, which made no sense.
No, trust me. I'm dealing in the mind of a dumbass.
Yeah.
You see why I said what I said earlier when I said Howie Roseman is a genius. And what I said was Howie's not no dumbass. You now know why I said that.
Yeah, look what Howie did. He got a proven stud edge rusher that the Eagles needed.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, guess who the leading receiver, or guess who the leading sack leader is on the Eagles defense?
That would be
Phillips.
It's Phillips, yeah. That's why I said the Eagles made the right move because the Eagles knew what they were doing. Because even on their bye, like I said, here's the thing that I said out of this. The Eagles were the only team that won off of the bye because Dallas lost, Washington lost. Well, the Smurfs, it don't matter. They're already out anyway, so that really didn't matter.
Right.
I said the two teams that literally had somewhat of a shot, and I'm doing air quotes here, somewhat, were the Cowboys and the Commanders. But since both of them losing, I already knew from the jump, I had already picked Philadelphia winning that division when this season began, and I'm still sticking to my pick, and I'm still sticking for what I said to. And a lot of Cowboy fans and Commander fans get a little pissed at me if they want. I don't care, but I'm still saying what I said. The NFC East is already locked for Philadelphia. The only thing that Philadelphia's major concern right now is getting a 1 seed in the bye.
Yeah, I mean, they got 2 tough matchups this week. I mean, they got to take care of business. They got to beat Green Bay. They can't come out flat, and they got to beat Detroit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because literally, I'm not going to say the Green Bay game is the preview of the NFC Championship. I still think it could be the Eagles and Detroit, barring location. That's just it. I think that will be the NFC Championship. I'm already saying it now. I think Eagles-Lions will be NFC Championship. It's just barring location. Is it going to be in Detroit or is it going to be in Philadelphia? That's just the issue we need to know.
Well, the Eagles win Monday. Eagles beat the Packers and
Detroit. Yeah,
it's pretty much the number 1 seed can't come through Philadelphia.
Yeah, because if you look at Philly's schedule, it's not that tough of a schedule. They have 2 tough games, and I'm pulling up their schedule right now, and which is okay. The Eagles next. What did it pull that? All right, here we go. All right, so the Eagles next couple games, which is 2 tough ones, which is against the Packers and Detroit. You'll get an easy one against Dallas, even though both of us play tough, but I think that's an easy win. Black Friday, for people out there doing their Black Friday shopping, you have Eagles-Bears. Well, I think this will be the first time I think Walmart, Target might be empty at 3 o'clock because everybody probably be at a bar watching that game.
Most likely.
Yes. Yeah, most likely for the Philadelphia, Jersey, and Baltimore areas and Delaware areas, that will be closed. So that right there. Chargers is a little bit at times. I don't know what Charger team I'm getting, but I can see Philly getting a win there. The Raiders, they would get a win. The Commanders, they would get a win. Just that Bills game before we go to New Year's could be the determining factor on who's getting a 1 seed in their conference, basically, with that game.
Yeah, but the Bills don't look as tough as they did in the past.
No, I know I know right now, but I'm just saying between these two, it could be A possible Super Bowl preview. B, who's going to get their 1 seed in the end? That means, okay, if Philly wins, okay, the Bills have to do some work to get a 1 seed. If Philadelphia happens to lose, okay, Philadelphia would just have to beat out Washington and pray for Detroit to lose Chicago that next day.
Exactly.
That's the thing, what I'm looking at when it comes to that game right there. Now, for the Lions schedule, I know they have a easy one tomorrow against the Commanders, which should be a win right there. Then they play y'all in Philadelphia. I'm going to wait till we cross that bridge. I'm not making an early pick on that yet. I'm going to wait till we cross that bridge. Then you play the Smurfs at home. Then you have a tough divisional matchup against the Packers. You'll get a victory against us on Thursday Night Football. Then you play the Rams in LA. You should get a win there. Pittsburgh at home. You should win that one. Minnesota in Minnesota on Christmas. That one right there could be a little tough because Minnesota got a victory over you, and I know you're thinking of revenge. And then that Bears game is a little tough because Chicago at times has pulled off fuck you games against Detroit in their own home. And that one's going to be a little tough when we cross that bridge.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule ahead of them.
Yeah, and then moving on, which we were talking about, was the Chiefs. I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think the Chiefs are in trouble? I still think they're making the playoffs, but I think they may get 1 and done or 2 and done.
Well, like I told you in the beginning of the podcast and the season, I don't think the Chiefs are making it to the NFC Championship.
I said they would not make it or win a Super Bowl. I'm on the grounds of there's the possibility they're going to get 1 and done or 2 and done.
I even said I'll be surprised if they even make the playoffs.
So you're going to say you don't know they're making playoffs or they will make the playoffs?
I think they'll get it as a wild card. I think they'll sneak by as a wild card.
Okay.
And I think one of the teams in front of them is going to start to decline some in the second half.
Okay.
But so I think the Chiefs will make it in as a wild card.
Okay.
But I don't think they'll go far in the playoffs.
No, I don't either. I still think that they're either going to get 1 and done or 2 and done because they have to deal with the Broncos and the Chargers. And that Chargers loss week 1 now is going to come back to haunt them because here's the thing. If the Chargers sweep them, it's going to be tough to try to win your division. If you get swept by the Broncos, you're going to be having it tough. If you try to split, you're going to be needing a lot of help because here's the possibility of the finale of Sunday Night Football could be. I think the finale of Sunday Night Football might be Broncos-Chargers with whoever's going to get the division and the loser gets a wild card. Or worse is whoever gets the division and is probably going to get eliminated.
True. And I said the Chargers are a team to watch this year,
yeah.
But I think them losing Joe Alt for the season is going to hurt them.
It will. It is going to hurt them. But I do have the Chiefs schedule up right now. I know they're on their bye week right now, and it came at a good time. Unfortunately, the Raiders did not pull off a fuck you game for them to try to keep pace. So you look at their remaining schedule, you have to play the Denver Broncos in Denver. After what I've seen with Denver right now and after last night, I would have in with Surtain still out. I'm going to give the Chiefs a win here with this one against Denver. Against the Colts, I'm going to say in some odd reason, I think the Colts will pull an upset off. They're going to pull an upset. I'm going to give them that.
Where's that game?
What'd you say?
Where's that game at? Where's that game?
That's in Kansas City.
I think the Chiefs will take that game.
All right, so you're going to say the Chiefs get 2 wins here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, after watching how the Broncos have played against the Raiders, and I know the Broncos are off, but the Broncos keep starting off slow like this. And the one thing is you really can't play around with Patrick Mahomes right now. Because literally right now, the Chiefs are the hunted right now, not the hunters.
Yeah.
And it's not, and pretty soon it's not really good. And there's this old line I used to play. For those out there, whoever used to play Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation, this used to be the line that Gray Fox said. A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. And right now, the Chiefs are a cornered fox right now.
Snake.
Next is against my
team.
Yes. What'd you say?
I said I remember him saying that in the game.
Yeah, I do. That's what I said. They are more. Yeah, they're like a cornered fox right now. Then they play the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. And I know everybody can say, oh, the Chiefs never win in Dallas. Well, here's the first time for everything. The Chiefs finally get a win in Dallas since God knows when, probably before I was even born. So you're looking at 3. You said 3. I'm going to say probably 1 and 2 right now at the moment. I mean, 2 and 1 at the moment. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. The Texans, that's a win. The Chargers.
Where's that game? Hold on. Where's that game at?
That's an Arrowhead.
All right, yeah, that would be a win.
Yeah, because I said when they play us on Thanksgiving's in Dallas. That's why I said that's already a win. Trust me, I'm not living in denial about that. Now, if Dallas happens to pull off a fuck you game, trust me, my ass is probably going to be OD'd on turkey and duck. I'll be probably saying that, yeah, I said, no, if the Cowboys pull off that fuck you game and I'll be shocked, my ass probably be in Kennedy Hospital OD'd off of so much turkey and duck with an IV in me.
A lot of turkey and duck.
Yeah. Well, my mom cooks duck and turkey, so that's why.
Just don't kill Donald.
So that was my grandfather. He used to go duck hunting a lot when he was alive.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. He did that all the time on Thanksgiving. He used to go duck hunting.
On what, Nintendo?
No, real life. He really did. When Thanksgiving came rolling around and he got his permit, he really did go duck hunting for Thanksgiving. He knew how to really cook a good duck.
I just went duck hunting on Nintendo.
Yeah, I used to do that too. But my grandfather in real life, he was a hunter in real life back in the day because whenever it was, he would get his permits for hunting series. Same with deer hunting and same with duck hunting. Trust me, mine for deer hunting is buckshot off in the arcade. But that's what he used to do.
Cool.
Yes, but that's what he used to do. Yeah, trust me, he knows that. Like I said, back then when he was still able and it was younger and even in his older days, he knew how to cook a good deer and he knew how to cook a good duck.
Hey, I don't think I never had duck. Deer I had deer, ground beef.
Yeah, deer is good, but duck is very good. If you ever do it, the best parts of the duck are the legs and the wing. If you get that orange sauce, it's very, very good.
Right?
Yes. Let's see who else. They play the Chargers at home. That they should get their revenge.
Yeah,
they should because like I said, I don't know what Charger team that I'm getting at times. Then you have.
They barely even squeaked by Tennessee last week.
Yeah, they did. That's the thing. Yeah. Will the Chargers still get in the playoffs? Yes. Do I think they're winning their division? I don't know. But if you're looking at their remaining schedules, I'm pulling up all 3 schedules up who still have a chance. Then the Chiefs play the Titans in Tennessee. That should be a win for them. Then they have their game against Denver on Christmas at home. That I could see probably Denver pulling upset off because by then you should have Pat Surtain back.
Wait a minute, that game's on Christmas, Denver and the Chiefs?
Yeah, that's the Thursday night game.
Why the hell are we getting the Chiefs on Thanksgiving and on Christmas?
I don't know. That's Roger Goodell on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's his mind right there. And then the last one is the Chiefs versus the Raiders, which we all know how that's going to be. Unless the Raiders try to pull a fuck you game, which I don't see happening.
Hey, they almost put a fuck you game with the Broncos.
Well, yeah, they did. They did. Yeah,
If you remember last year, they almost beat the Chiefs if they actually knew how to play football.
I remember that too. They did. And that was, I think that was in Kansas City. They almost did that on Black Friday. Because I remember my boss was like, because my boss is a Raiders fan, because he thought I told him, I said, it's over. The Raiders lost. He was like, oh.
I thought that would have been Las Vegas.
What?
Where the Raiders almost upset the Chiefs?
Yeah. That time on Black Friday, they almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I told him.
Them almost, and because the center had a false start.
Yeah.
And fumbled the ball, hiked the ball way too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that game was in Vegas.
I thought it was in KC. That was in Vegas. That's right. Yeah, because I remember that's when Al Michaels quoted what we were saying about the Chiefs. Yeah, they're not world beaters. They're not putting up the points. And that's when I said Al Michaels is literally repeating what I've been saying. because I remember that was the infamous one. Then if you look at the Broncos schedule against the Chiefs, this first meeting, I'm going to call that a loss right now. Without Pat Surtain, I know it's in Denver. How they've been starting off slow, that's a loss. Against
they play like that on Thursday. They play a lot of their games like they did on Thursday. They ain't win shit.
Yeah, like I said, and you can't fuck around with Mahomes. Like we just said, you cannot fuck around with him right now. So this is the time you got to get off to a fast start at home. Because if you don't and you let Mahomes beat you down, that's not going to be good. So I'm going to say that first meeting is a loss. The second one is against the Commanders. That is a win. Against the Raiders, what you say?
Yes.
Against the Raiders, God forbid, I hope it's not a repeat of what happened on Thursday. And I know that one's in Vegas. That one should be a win. What you say?
I'm going with a win.
That's a win there. Against the Packers?
Loss.
I'm going to say a loss, yeah. Even though that's in Denver. And at the point the Green Bay Packers are playing for their playoff lives and trying to get their division, that will be a loss. Against Jacksonville?
That should be a win.
That should be
a loss.
You're going to say a loss?
Yeah, I think, what they should have all three of their receivers by that game.
Okay.
Thomas. They should have Thomas, Hunt, and
Myers. Yeah,
Myers all playing. Yeah. So I think Jacksonville will win that.
You think Jackson pulls that one off? Okay. I'm going to say Denver at this point until otherwise. I see, if anything, I will sway it. I know this is just us making our predictions right now. Until we get to that bridge, I'm going to say a win for the moment. But if I see anything else that looks the way how it goes, then I'll change that to Jacksonville. Against the Chiefs on Christmas, I think will be a loss. I think they will get swept. And then the last one is against the Chargers. This could possibly maybe a win and in situation on who gets the division. And with that one being in Denver, I would say Denver would get the win here. If that is the finale for Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean, we say wins and losses, but the way the NFL season's been going, you just never know. Right now, you have no elite teams that you could be like, oh yeah, these. Everyone's talking about your original OGs that are top kings. Yeah. Your Eagles, your Rams. The Seahawks are having a surprising year this year.
Yeah.
The Bears are hanging around, even though their defense is giving up like 50 points a game.
Oh, yeah. Tell it to that game against the Bengals. That was literally it was a game that should really never have gone to a shootout. But, hey, the Bears needed that win more to try to keep pace with the Lions and the Packers. And the Bears are going to need every win they can get here to try to get a wild card, basically. Because, like we said, wins are not easy to come by. And you're going to have to take your wins the way they are. Ugly as they may be, a win is a win.
By the end of the game, when it says triple zeros, your team got more points, regardless if it's 1 point, 2 points, 20 points, 5 points. At the end of the game, if your team's got more, that's a win.
That's a win. Yeah, regardless of how you win, you're going to need it right now. Because I said, it's not like, okay, with the Packers down the road, I still think that tie is going to come into play somehow.
I don't think it will. I don't think it will, just because of the fact that, Green Bay is, I don't think they're going to need it.
I'm just saying, I know they have a good record. That's not the issue. It's just more of come playoff seeding wise, it might come down the road playoff seeding wise. That's where I say that time might come and affect them. But before we, this is the last one we got is the Steelers schedule before we make our picks, which is here's the Chargers schedule. If they try to get the division, which is they play the Steelers Sunday Night Football. I'll say that's a win because I really don't know because I said one game how Pittsburgh's defense did does not predicate how good you are. That does not say your defense is good after one game. And I know that the Steelers fans had their little funeral for the defense outside of Heinz Stadium, and that literally lit the fire in Pittsburgh to get that win over against the Colts. I don't know. Maybe the Steelers saw that or maybe someone told them that.
Yeah, I think the NFL said, all right, you're winning this week.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. And they probably told them, hey, your fans are having a funeral for your defense outside.
Because like I said when we were talking, it's like, how the hell is the 28th ranked pass defense in the NFL that looked shitty all week and all year in the first half is playing this good against the number one defense?
Yeah, the number one ranked passing offense. I don't know how. Like you said, that looked like it was rigged and it was set up. So I'm going to say Chargers get a win against the Steelers. Jaguars. Oh, boy. This is a tough one. It's in Jacksonville. Some odd reason, I think Jacksonville pulls off an upset here. I'm going to say the Jags for now, as of the moment, until when next week comes rolling around and I see overall how I will make that pick. So I'm going to say, as of this moment, I'm going to say the Jags get that win. So they're going to be 1-1. Against the Raiders, that will be a win. Against your Eagles, that is a loss.
Yes, sir.
Against the Chiefs, that's a loss. Against my team, and I know everybody can say Justin Herbert does not do good against the Cowboys. He's 0-2. But now that Jim Harbaugh is there and the Chargers are fighting, this is the first time the Chargers have to come into Dallas because the last two we played the Chargers, we had to go to Cali. I'm going to say this on a whim for the moment. Some odd reason, I can see the Chargers charger that game. It's games like that where they charger because they almost chargered against the Titans. And this right here looks like a chargering. So I'm going to say, as of this moment, for the Chargers, a loss. As of this moment, until otherwise.
Yeah, I mean they got a good passing game, and the running game actually hasn't been as bad as everybody thought it would be.
Yeah, we talk about the Cowboys running game or the Chargers?
The Chargers.
Okay.
Because they that kid Vital.
Oh yeah, Vital's good. Yeah, that's the thing. I just said when they played the Cowboys and the Chargers, I said for me, in just some odd reason, that just like a game that they would charger. That's why I'm saying Dallas at the moment. This ain't me playing the Cowboy card. I just have some odd reason. I think the Chargers would charger that game for some odd reason. That's just coming to my mind that they're going to charger that game. Against the Texans, I'll say that's a win there. This is regardless if C.J. Stroud is back or not. And then that Bronco game, possibly a win and in. I think they'll lose to the Broncos. There's a possibility they may or may not make playoffs.
Right.
So that is for that one in a breakdown. So before we make picks, anybody you think we should look out for that will have a good impact in fantasy?
Well, let's try this week again. Last week wasn't too good because everyone took a vacation. But I like Jonathan Taylor this week against the Colts. I mean, against the Colts.
Well, there's one for bloopers.
Yeah, Blooper Reel 101. I like him against Atlanta this week. I like Swift against the Giants this week.
Mm-hmm.
Also like Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, the guy, I can't say his name, Azo.
Romeo Odunze. Romeo Odunze. I know you got.
I cannot say his name. God, that is.
Well, trust me, Joe, you have enough trouble saying his name, and also the receiver for Tampa, you call Mr. E, Emeka.
Mr. E, yeah, sure. Emeka.
Yep.
Yeah.
Emeka. There you go. Trust me, remember season 1 how many times I had trouble pronouncing Puka Nakua's name?
Yeah.
That's your call. So I'm not taking shame on you, man. Like I said, hey, I had my faults because I got a lot of time with Rams fans getting on me how to pronounce Puka Nakua's name.
I like your boy this week, Rico Dowd against the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I like Baker Mayfield against the Patriots.
Okay.
Josh Allen against Miami. And Cooks against Miami.
Okay.
I like that. Oh God, the Jets and the Browns. What the hell? I like Judkins in that game. I think the Jets are starting the Pee Wee Giants from the movie.
Which one's Icebox?
They don't have any. That's a good question. Who can we make the Icebox?
Yeah, who can we make the Icebox in that?
I like Lamar Jackson against Minnesota and Derrick Henry. I like all Rams offensive players against San Francisco. The revenge game. Yep. Also, that's a good game.
Oh, that is a good game. That's actually America's game of the week. They changed it because that originally was going to be Lions Commanders, and I think probably Brady and Burkhardt were like, yo, can we do a Lions? We get the Rams 49ers game instead?
I also like Christian McCaffrey this week. And, of course, I like Gibbs to bounce back this week against the Commanders. All Detroit players.
Yeah.
Have a good game Monday night against oh, wait, hold on, never mind. I thought that game was fun. Oh, what the hell? I'm like out of it here.
You're good, man. You good? Hey, yeah. You said Detroit and Washington, all the Detroit players. The only two left we have is Pittsburgh and LA, Chargers, and then the Eagles and the Packers.
I like all Eagles players. We want A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, Hurts, Smitty, Goddard. Even I'll throw in Dotson in there.
Yeah.
And I like Josh Jacobs in there this against the Eagles. And, just Josh Jacobs.
All right. Yeah, that's some good picks to pick up. Those are all good people. All right, so we have our first game, which is our international game in Germany. Falcons-Colts, who you got?
Falcons-Colts. So I got the Colts winning this. Jonathan Taylor. I think the Colts bounce back. Sauce Gardner is playing this week.
Yep.
So I like that. Falcons have looked pitiful the past 2 weeks. And B.J. Robinson really hasn't done much.
He hasn't. And like I said, the Falcons almost pulled the upset off over the Patriots, but due to a missed PAT, the Patriots were able, luckily, to escape, and Drake May got another stay of execution.
Exactly. So I'm taking the Colts over here, international, those horses.
Yep. I'm going to take the Colts, too. They rebound after that ugly loss to the Steelers. Danny Dimes comes back to what he was. The Colts offense looked like to what it was. Taylor has a good game. Downs has a good game. Pearson Pittman. And I can see DeForest Buckner getting to Michael Penix here. So they have the Colts as 6.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking those points this week.
I'm going to take them as well, too. Over or under 48 points?
I want to say over.
I'm going to take I'm going to go under because these international games do not put up a lot of points. And I know the Colts are looking for revenge after getting embarrassed. So I'm going to take an under. I think it just misses by a point or maybe two. So I'm going to take an under in this one. Next we have is the Jags and the Texans. Who you got?
Jags and which game?
Jaguars and Texans.
Oh, where is that? Jaguars and Texans?
Yes.
Oh, man. Jacksonville, it's going to be a tough game because I'm going to go with Jacksonville here.
Okay.
I know both their receivers are out this week, but so is C.J. Stroud.
Yes, C.J. Stroud is out.
Yeah, so Houston's offense ain't that good like it used to be. So it's probably a low-scoring game, but I got Jacksonville here.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jags as well, too, because there's no C.J. Stroud. The offense for Houston has not looked good as it was. You know, Jacksonville's missing a little bit of pieces, but I think this is more of ETN, and let's see how Jacoby Myers does here against them. So we'll see how this goes. And I can see Foye Oluokun getting to Davis Mills. And before we make the point spread, Tony Khan, you were safe with me on Wednesday night when Mercedes Moné did not advance to the tournament. So I'm going to keep this trend going tonight. Pending how Collision goes tonight, And if anything else I see goes, you will be safe until after blood and guts if anything I don't like at this moment. So tonight, Mr. Khan, you are safe. So I will go with the Jags too. Oh, sorry. They have the Jags as 1.5 favorites to taking those points.
Yeah, Jacksonville will cover.
Yeah, I'm going to take that as well too. So my usual threat people were thinking that I've made since me, Wolf, Rick, and everybody else who I know is going to Full Gear. That threat is not happening tonight. So everybody is safe for Mr. Khan is safe for tonight. So I'm going to take the Jags with the 1.5 points over under 37 points.
I want to say under.
I'm going with an under in this too. I just don't think this is going to be that good of a game. I'm not saying it's going to be what happened with the Raiders where it took that long, where it went to an overtime, which it shouldn't have gone to. Because almost at that point, I thought they were going to tie.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I know why the Raiders had to go for 2. Their season was already over. And it was and the point was, what do you have to lose?
Exactly.
What do you lose? If they both had good record, then it goes to the point of, hey, let me just take the tie.
Well, it won't be the only one. We already seen one this year.
Yeah, my team and the Packers.
Which was crazy.
Yes.
I think they need to get rid of that tie.
I do too. I do too. I wish it would be just like college football, which is sudden death.
Yeah, after the overtime, if it's still the same, you get rid of it, and then the teams, have 3 tries to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then if they don't, you just have your kicker. Whoever kicks the longest field goal wins the game.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Like when the NHL used to have ties, when they did develop the shootout. That's what I used to like. I don't like when the Flyers get in shootouts because we know we're not good at them. But hell, at least it eliminates the ties.
Exactly. I think that's what they should do. They have all these meetings for the stupidest shit.
Yeah. Yeah, stupidest shit is trying to ban the tush push, which is one.
Banning the onside kick.
Yeah, that's another one because you can't do the head start anymore.
Exactly. So, and the kicking onside recovery this year ain't that much.
No, it's very, very low. It's not how it used to be.
Exactly. It's only been like, I was surprised the Bears covered last week.
Yeah.
Against
Cincinnati.
Against Cincinnati. Yeah. Sorry that. Yeah, they covered and like one other team covered. That's who covered.
I forget who the other one was. Yeah, but it's very rare. It's very rare. That's the thing. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that's what the overtime needs to get fixed is that. I know in the playoffs, you have to have a winner because you got to advance to the Super Bowl. You can't have a tie in that. You have to have a winner.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You have to have a winner. There has to be a winner. With the regular season, it's going to have to come to the point of just do what they do with college, which is sudden death, which is, okay, whoever scores first, then the opposing team has a chance to score. If the opposing team does not score, game over.
They gotta do something.
They do. I don't like ties. I've hated it, and it's very, very awkward.
And some of the players don't even know about ties.
No,
they're like, I didn't even know this could happen.
I understand what McNabb didn't know, and I used to always make that joke when he was like, "Well, I didn't know we could tie in football."
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm not saying McNabb was an idiot. Maybe he just didn't know. So, next game we got is the Smurfs versus the Bears.
The Smurfs and the Bears. The Smurfs and the Bears. I owe the Dario. The Smurfs and the Bears.
I don't think there were any bears in the Smurfs cartoon, were there? I know there was just the cat Azrael. That was it with Gargamel.
You know what? That's funny you said that. There actually was a bear that the Smurfs helped out.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Okay.
The Gargamel and his stupid orange cat.
I just remember Gargamel and his cat Azrael. That's all I remembered. I just didn't remember there were any bears in the Smurfs.
Yes, I remember that episode. the Bear needed help.
Okay.
And they helped him.
Wow.
I don't think the Giants want to help these Bears.
Oh, they want to help this Bear. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. The patchwork Bear. I just looked it up.
Yes, this week I got the Bears at home. The Giants just don't have any weapons, unfortunately, right now. They just don't have the weapons.
No, they don't.
I know Dart's been playing great, don't get me wrong, but the Bears, they're still fighting for something. I like Swift to have a big game this week. Like I said, I like Caleb Williams to have a good game. Mm-hmm. And the offense, DJ Moore and Mr. O. And, and I like the rookie that they got, Swift's backup.
I'm trying to think what his name is.
It starts with an M.
Let me look.
Hey, Sixers whole logos.
I know that somebody was, when my mom was getting home, I saw her, something like, my neighbor, he's a Sixers fan. He was playing a little bit of basketball before I was leaving. Oh, Kyle Monunga.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, they're wearing the old black jersey logo tonight.
Okay. Yeah, so that's who that is, Kyle Monunga. So you're taking the Chicago Bears.
And he had a good game last week.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, Monunga did have a good game. Yeah, he did.
What do you have? $1.64?
Oh yeah. He had a good game. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears as well in this one too. Williams has a good game. Swift, Monunga, you just brought up, Romeo Odunze, DJ Moore, and I can see that defense getting to Jackson Dart. Yeah, Jackson Dart has been doing good. It's just that he has nothing. No Cam, no Malik Neighbors. Theo Johnson's just starting to develop. The only thing you have good on you is Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns, and that's just about it. Until once Jackson Dart gets a full season in him next year and how Cam Scatterboot does come back and Malik Neighbors is fully healthy, then we'll see how they do before I start cutting down on the Smurf jokes.
Well, that's one thing I'll give Dart. He uses everybody.
Yeah, he is.
Who you are. He'll get you involved in the game one way or the other.
Yeah.
So that's what's good about him.
Yeah, just unfortunately, he's just in a bad organization. That's just about it.
Yeah, poor kid.
Yeah, poor kid. Yeah, I know. Like I said, the Giants are not the best here. I know Gable is getting fired by the end of this year. Until they get, I would think, but I know the Giants are stupid enough to keep him. Because I know how it used to be with Giants and coaches. They usually would keep you for a little bit long when they shouldn't have. Like with Tom Coughlin, they shouldn't have kept him that long. After that last Super Bowl, that was it. They didn't go to the playoffs after that when he left, and then it went to Ben McAdoo. He only lasted 2 years, and he got cut. Then it was Pat Shurmur. He lasted a year. Then it was Joe Judge. He lasted 2 years. He only lasted 2 years. And now it was Gable. The only thing Gable has to his record is one playoff victory due to Kirk Cousins in the game.
Exactly. So, I follow you, but it's the Smurfs.
Yeah, it is. It is the Smurfs. Yeah.
Right now, Papa Smurf could actually be coaching better than Brian Daniel.
Yeah, Papa Smurf could.
And he definitely sure can run a better organization.
Oh yeah,
that they have there.
Well, Brainy Smurf would be running the organization.
Yeah,
I'd picture Brainy more in the top of there. I don't know who the athletic Smurfs would be, but I think I would picture Brainy being up in the office.
Now that you mentioned it,
yeah,
the GM does look like Brady, just without the braids. Yeah, every time he wears his glasses, I keep like, who does he remind me? And you just said it.
Brady Smurf.
Brady. With that pitch voice and that stupid look, and he thinks he knows everything, and then people are like, yeah, this is why the Giants are who they are.
Yeah.
They need to ban the Giants name. They need to be called the Smurfs or get their name changed because they ain't no damn Giants.
No, because you're the one that came up with Smurfs. You're the one always kept saying on Facebook so much and always got me a chuckle all the time when you used to say it. oh, the Smurfs are playing. I'm like, what are you Joe talking about? And then when I say it, like, oh my God, I just got the joke.
Yeah.
Now I
That's
understood.
how they did it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's surprising. With that defense, you think they would do a lot better, but they don't.
No, they don't. Like I said, the only two good players on there is Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns. That's just about it.
And Carter, he's a rookie, but I'm sure he'll get better next year.
Yeah, he will. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to be for Jackson Dart next year when he has a full season. That's the thing.
He'll have a better year. He'll have Neighbors.
Yeah, he'll get Neighbors back and he'll get Cam back. And just at that point, okay, if the Giants have a very good record next year, then I'll stop and I'll cut down on the Smurf jokes. I'll cut down a little bit, but until then, no, I'm not going to cut them down.
I think Cam might need a little longer. I think he'll be out like most of the year next year too.
Oh, damn. Well, yeah, that injury was bad. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, it probably will be a while till he comes back, but prayers up for him. We hope he does have a better season. But yeah, that is I hope. But I'm going to take the Bears too. They have the Bears as 4.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, Chicago covers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bears. They cover too. Over or under 46?
I want to say over.
I'm going to go over too. Before we go to the next game, off topic, were you shocked that Chelsea got the U.S. title back, or it was like you knew it was coming?
I knew it was coming. I didn't see it, but I knew it was coming.
Because it was only 90 seconds that match was.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they literally, because Chelsea won literally by putting her feet on the ropes.
Why was it so short?
I don't know. I don't know if Julia pissed someone off or what.
That's crazy. I didn't even know it was that short.
It was a very short match from what they told me. It was 90 seconds.
That's crazy. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know if Julia pissed someone. Well, Julia's reign of U.S. champ wasn't that good anyway to begin with, to be honest with you. I really didn't think.
Nope.
I really didn't. I didn't like when Zelina got the belt. We all know why Zelina got the belt, was just to appease Malachi Black.
Exactly.
That was the whole thing, was just to appease him. And then they knew that wasn't working. Okay, let's go with something new. They went to Julia. Well, Julia's not working. Well, let's go back to Chelsea, which you shouldn't have never took the belt off of her. I could understand if you would have took it off someone equal to her and then say, okay, hey, we're going to give Chelsea the women's belt. Then I could have understood that.
Exactly. I mean, I just don't get it. Why they – damn, that's I'm shocked about that.
I said, look, I'm glad it went back to the right person, but it really shouldn't have been taken off in the first place just to appease Malachi Black. That was about it. But I could have understood if Chelsea would have dropped it to someone like – if Chelsea would have dropped it to someone, I wouldn't have minded it being Alexa Bliss. I wouldn't have minded it being Charlotte, because then you were saying, okay, you know what? You're moving Chelsea up to get the women's belt, either Raw or SmackDown, whatever one. I wouldn't have had an issue with that, but I understand now she's a double champion because she has a mixed tag belt with Ethan Page, and now this one.
Yeah, she does. Hey, she can sell tickets. I mean, Chelsea's great.
Yeah, that's not the issue. Chelsea is great, and she is a sweetheart in real life. For those that have never met her, she is a sweetheart in real life when you meet her.
Yeah, I mean, she is. She's like America's sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know, she has a big heart. She's caring.
Yeah.
And I like what she said. She said that, regardless of whatever's out there,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I will go out on TV. If I got to lose every week, but at least I'm out there.
Yeah, at least she's out there, and being literally with her, it's like people even say when work with her, it's just like a night off because you know what you're getting with her. That's the same way I'll put Harley Cameron in that same category with both of them. Just the only difference is their nationalities, because Harley's Australian, Chelsea's Canadian. That's just about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the only difference is Chelsea technically has a belt at the moment. Harley, well, probably in 2 weeks when she has to go on ROH to take on Athena for the ROH women's title, because after pinning her, she got a title shot out of that.
Right.
So I don't know what's going to happen in 2 weeks for Harley. So Harley, I hope you do get a belt, regardless if it is the Ring of Honor World title, women's title, or I can eliminate a tag title. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening because I still think Sisters of Sin are going to go to the finals.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Going ahead, Tony Khan, he'll do something weird.
Well, well, like I said, you may get your wish because you said you don't like the conglomeration, that Friends thing. Well, you may get your wish on this, which is with this match. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe, no DQ. If Mark Briscoe loses, he must join the Don Callis family.
Yeah, I know. I heard that on Dynamite.
Yeah, I was saying in my head, well, you might get your wish.
Yeah, I mean, unless they take the belt off of Fletcher.
I don't think it's time to take the belt off of him.
Yeah, but Briscoe hasn't done much since he's been there. I mean, has he even been a champion?
Besides the Ring of Honor World Champion, if you want to count that.
Nah, I don't count that.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Athena. I don't really count that. I watch Ring of Honor, but not like that. It's just, yeah.
I can see him winning it,
yeah,
and then losing it the next week again.
Probably back to Kyle.
Yeah,
I know my friend Wolf wants Mark Briscoe get a belt. I do. I wouldn't mind Briscoe getting a belt, but I just really don't want it to be at the expense of Kyle Fletcher. That's just the thing. I do like Kyle a lot here too. Like I said, very cool guy, very nice to beat, and he's got a lot of potential and a lot of talent, which down the road he will be a future world heavyweight champion.
Exactly.
So I can understand down the road if Kyle dropped it to someone else, then I would have understood it. But just to Mark Briscoe, I understand there are some people that want the conglomeration to end because, like I said before, I wasn't a big fan of Friends, and I've told the story on here. I'll tell it one more time for the people who didn't listen to why I never was a fan. Like I said with my mother was, hey, my mom watched Oprah way back in the day when they had the cast on there. Oprah asked the question, hey, why aren't there any black fans on there? They didn't answer. That's why my mom never watched Friends. And to this day, and I want out there to reiterate, I do not think that cast is racist. That was just the station of NBC. That was that one. We both took an over in that game, correct?
Yes, okay. We did.
All righty. Next game we got is Ravens-Vikings. Who you got?
Ravens-Vikings. I got the Vikings here.
Oh, so you're going with an upset here.
Yeah, they're home, right?
Yeah, this is in Minnesota.
Yeah, I like they got more offensive power than the Ravens. Okay. I mean, the Ravens really don't have the wide receiver core.
Yeah.
I know they got Lamar and Derrick Henry, but the Vikings, the way they played last week, and JJ came out looking good.
Yeah, he did look good. I'm not going to take that away from him. So you think the Vikings build off of that Lions win to start like a little run?
Yeah. Here? Well, not that little run.
Well, I'm not saying like run the table. I say like maybe like a 2 or a 3 game winning streak. Like that's what I mean by like a little run.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not going too far with this. I'm saying, hey, I think maybe like a little run, like maybe a 2-3 game win streak here. I'm not saying, hey, they're going to run the table, but you're going with the Vikings in an upset.
Yes. Right. Well, is it really an upset?
Technically, because the Ravens are the favorite here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the Ravens are the favorite.
I'm surprised. But, yeah, well, I guess when you beat Miami like that, you should be a favorite.
Well, yeah, and you got Lamar coming back, too. Like I said, if this game was with Tyler Huntley or Cooper Rush, and then I would have took the Minnesota Vikings in this. For me, I'm actually going to go Baltimore in this one. This starts where the Ravens are still trying to run the table to get their division. I see Lamar and Derrick Henry having a good game, and Mark Andrews and Cole Kolar. And I could see Roquan Smith getting to J.J. McCarthy. Since you are taking the Vikings are 4.5 underdogs. Are you taking those points?
Yes, I'm taking those points with the Vikings.
Okay. I'll take Baltimore covers with the 4.5. Over under 48.
I'm going to go over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over, too, because JJ put up points in that game, and I think he might put up more points, but I think not enough to get the win here. So I'm going to go over, too. Well, here's a game that could be our lifetime game, Hallmark Nickelodeon game, and also, if you decide to touch it, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Browns versus the Jets.
Oh, boy. I'm going to go with Cleveland here.
Now, those are why I said call 1-800-GAMBLER or lifetime Nickelodeon and all that.
Yeah, I think all of us need a 1-800-GAMBLER after Thursday.
Oh, God, yeah.
I said no, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm like, you know what? I'll throw $5 on it.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I threw
Broncos stars should show up against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently they
took me in the alleyway and had their fun with me.
Sorry, who we take go? We were too busy making a joke about this.
No, I said that I was taking the Browns.
Oh, you're taking the Browns. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like their defense, which is strong, and I like Judkins to be back. He's playing. I think the rookie's going to have a good game because, well, like I said, the Jets are playing the Pee Wee Giants of Icebox Company from the movie. They don't got anybody.
Very good movie out there. Little Giants is a very good movie. If it's on Prime or whatever streaming service you have.
Should be on Disney Plus. They own everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Probably. But whatever streaming service it's on, very good movie as a kid. I liked The Icebox.
Yeah, it was a cool movie.
Yes. I'm also going to take the Browns as well, too. I can see Judkins having a good game. The Browns actually have a defense, so I'm going to give – that's as much as I'm going to go here with this. I'm going to take the Browns here. Browns are 2.5 favorites taking the points.
Yeah, I'm taking the points.
Okay. Over or under 37?
I'm going to go under 37.
Give me back, because I'm going to take the joke that me and Wolf did on Wednesday night. Yeah, hello, 1-800-GAMBLER? Yeah, I just did something. I took the over in this game. That's why I called you. I'm taking the under in this. Before we move on to our next. Go ahead.
Now watch. We all took the under, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch it be like the Bears Bengals game.
Yeah, hey, I'm not touching this when I go to Harris tomorrow in Atlantic City. I'm not touching this one. So that's why I said anybody who decides to touch this game or bet on it, again, 1-800-GAMBLER or check yourself in Encore. For those out there that don't know what Encore is, it's a mental institution in New Jersey and Hamilton. That is what Encore is.
What time are you headed down to AC?
Because I know I'm not going to be able to get the morning game, so I'm probably going to leave about 10 a.m.
Oh, what, you staying down there all day?
No, yeah, I'm just going to stay there until Thursday night, till Sunday night football, and then come back home and get ready for work. Because Dallas is on a bye, so that's why normally if the Cowboys have a bye, I will go to Atlantic City. The only time I didn't do it was week 1 because I was at Collision and I was burnt out. That's why I didn't go that time during opening day because I was so burnt out.
So you'll stay down there until the Sunday night game's over and then you'll come home?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you'll go to work at like 6 a.m.?
I don't start work until about 9 a.m. I don't have to be at work until 8:30 to open. And Tuesday we're closed because of Veterans Day.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we're closed on Tuesday for Veterans Day.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's why I said Monday, pending how much I have, I might go to Parks and watch the Eagles-Packers game. Because I'm not going to go to Valley Forge because I learned that lesson on a Monday. None of their restaurants are open on a Monday.
Oh, that's a violation.
That is. And Wolf was like, I could have told you. I was like, I didn't know that. Because literally when it was week 1 opening night, when it was Bears-Vikings, I literally went to Bonefish Bar and Grill for dinner because I had a gift card. Because normally if I'm in that area near King of Prussia, I would just go to Yard House.
Right.
But I did not know that Valley Forge's restaurants were closed on a Monday, which makes no sense whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. That's like my issue with shitters in the restaurants.
Yeah.
You ever go, how we all go out to the restaurants?
Mm-hmm.
And, there's like the place is packed and everything, but you have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
like the guys, there's only 2 shitters in there.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's only 2 of them
It's
there.
like, are you serious?
Yeah.
There's all these people here, and all you got is 2 lousy shitters and 2 pistols. There should be 6 in there.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah. I understand.
Right.
Yeah, that is not.
Or like when we go to Wawa, how everyone knows Wawa's the mafia retail.
Yeah.
How they own every 2 blocks. There's a damn Wawa. God forbid.
Yeah.
And you got to go use the restroom, and boom, they got like white little.
There's only 1 toilet in there. There's 1 shitter and 2. There's only 1 shitter and then 2 urinals. No, worse is if you don't get to a Wawa gas station. No, the worst is if it's not a gas station and it's just a regular Wawa. There is no bathroom.
That's a violation. No bathroom. They should be closed until they install bathrooms.
Yeah, that's the one if you get is if you don't go to a gas station one. Because the gas station one, you got a bathroom. But if it's the one without the gas station, you're fucked.
Exactly. I mean, I've been telling people this, and they said I should, my voice needs to get out there more about these shitter situations because I have a point here for everybody that would be on my side.
Yeah, I would be on your side with this too. Yeah.
Exactly. See, because when you go out to have fun, but someone's got to use the shitter. Oh, look, Tom and Hank are in there. You're using both of them.
Yeah.
And you're fucked.
Yeah.
You got to hold on to your ass cheeks until it's open. It's not fair.
No, it's not, because it's worse. It's like, okay, if you're driving somewhere and you got a long drive to go somewhere, it's not good.
It's like Veterans Stadium everywhere here. It's not right to us. We're paying like PJ Willihan's. Great place, great food.
Oh, yes.
Terrible shitting ideas.
Oh.
Like, how the hell do you only have 2 stalls?
No, it's the same way, too. Yeah, I'll give an example. When I was at lunch with my mother, Redstone Bar and Grill in Jersey. 2 stalls and 2 urinals.
That's not right.
No.
That's a violation.
Yeah.
That's not fair to you, not fair to me, not fair to any guy that has to use the restroom. And people, especially when you eat food and stuff there, and you're out having a good time. You gotta wait for like someone to do that, and then God forbid if someone makes a nasty mess on the damn shitter.
Oh.
It's like we should start something here. A revolution needs to be made here.
Yeah, it should be.
Because it ain't right. At least at the stadiums, they have like at least.
Well, yeah, the stadium you got multiple shitters.
Exactly.
You got multiple, regardless.
They're smart.
Yeah, they're smart. Yeah, when you go to Xfinity and even the Link, hey, you got multiple stalls. You'll just have that little wait. Okay, then when somebody gets out, boom, then you could use that shitter.
Exactly.
But if you're talking like 2-3 stalls, that's not enough. This ain't a schoolhouse.
No, it's not. And a lot of restrooms do that.
Yeah.
And I just look at it like, are you serious? Like, really? Like women, they probably have like 3 or 4.
Well, yeah, they probably got a little bit more for that. I don't know, because trust me, I'm going to the women's restroom. I don't know what's in there. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the U-turn and they invite you in. You just take a walk.
Yeah, or you just do it. Peter Griffin go like retarded. I was like, I'm just curious. Oh, you're just curious how everything works.
Yeah, today's world girl will slap the shit out of us. Oh, you're retarded. Of course you are. You can't read. That says women, not guys.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I had to get that.
No, well, go ahead, man. Yeah, this is our podcast, so yeah, go ahead. We talk about random stuff, so go ahead.
Yeah, when you went on that strand, I had to get my because I even told Brocker about it. He agreed with me too.
I don't blame him. Yeah, everybody's right. Yeah, I don't blame you. You are, yeah.
People find it funny, but it is true.
It is true. Yeah, it is. It is.
You're at a restaurant eating with, we all get together and go to like Chili's or something. It's like, oh, hey, let's go there. It's like Saturday night. The place is packed.
Chili's is always packed on a Friday and a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, because right now, because it's still college football and everything else, even after football season, it's still packed on a Saturday because Saturdays is your best. That's the best money night for restaurants and bars. Fridays and Saturdays, and even Sundays too, even after football season, bar if it's a weekend.
Exactly. Yeah. You got, like I said, you got workers, you got customers. That place is packed. So there's at least 50 to 70 people in there, maybe 75. And that's all you give us is 2 shitters in a guy's bathroom and 2 stalls.
Oh, man.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Next
violation.
Yeah, that is. Next game we got is the Saints and the Panthers. Who you got?
Saints and Panthers. I'm going with the Panthers here.
Okay. Yeah.
They always put up at home, and they actually been putting up fights lately, and that upset they had last week against Green Bay, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that did. And right now you're playing a team that literally almost is blowing it up, which is the Saints, and the Panthers could possibly get into a wild card, possibly. I don't know yet. We got a lot of football left where I could say they probably could get in. If they do get in and they happen to get one and done, I'll say they exceeded expectations if they do.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they are. Last year, what they have? 1 or 2 wins, and they got 5 this year.
Yeah.
After Sunday, should be 6.
Yeah, it'll be 6. There'll be 2 games over 500 since Cam Newton.
They should be, they're right up there with Buffalo with wins, and they got more if they win Sunday, which I think they will.
No, yeah, they should win this one. Yeah, they should.
They got more wins than Kansas City.
Yeah. They should win this game. So I'm going to take the Panthers as well, too. Bryce has a good game going to Rico Dowell and Chuba Hubbard, him going to McMillan and Xavier Legette. And I can see that defense getting to Tyler Show. So I'm going to take the Panthers in this. They have the Panthers as 5.5 favorites. You're taking the points.
Yeah, I got Carolina covering.
Yeah, I see the Panthers covering this at the 5.5. Over or under 38 points?
I'm going to say over 38.
You going to say over? Because before then, I forget what it was with me and Wolf was doing it. I think it was like in the 40s at that point. I think it was like 42 or 40-something. 38, I can actually think Bryce Young can do. So I'm going to give him an over in this one. So I'll take the over in this one. Next one we have is the Bills and the Dolphins.
Bills and the Dolphins. Miami's on the clock.
Miami's been on the clock.
Like I said, I'm surprised they didn't trade any Waddle or HM.
I was shocked. I knew Jalen Phillips was going to be trade bait. I knew he was going to be gone. I'm shocked Nick Chubb didn't go either.
It's like you got to wonder, they're thinking that there's reports. They said they would even release Tua.
Yeah.
They can't find a trade partner. They'll eat his cap because that guy ain't doing shit.
No, he's not. No, he ain't.
So I got Buffalo here. I got Josh Allen being Josh Allen. I got Cook having a big game here.
Mm-hmm.
Shakur should have a good game. Kincaid is doing good for Allen.
Oh, yeah.
He's been his number 1 target lately. Apparently, Tua can't see Waddle over his line.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and he just throws the ball like the mafia is paid him.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, he's just throwing games. Yeah.
I know Christmas is around the corner, but he starts giving out interceptions beforehand.
Yeah, he's giving a lot of turnovers and gifts right now. So I'm going to take the Bills as well, too, here. Josh has a good game with his arms and his legs. Him going to Cook, Shakir, Coleman, and Kincaid. I can see Joey Bosa and Bishop getting to Tua. So I am going to take I'm going to take the Bills in this one, too. They have the Bills as 9.5 favorites. You're taking those points.
It's pretty close last time when they played.
Yeah. Give me a sec, Joe. I'm going to put Collision on my TV. Go ahead, man, before you make your pick.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins with the points.
Oh, so you are taking. So the Dolphins are going to cover to 9.5.
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec. Because
I believe with the spread, the Bills this year are like two. They're not a good record with the spread.
Yeah.
And the way the NFL's been going this year, it looked like Bills should win, but the Dolphins will cover.
Okay. Give me a sec. I'll be right there. Just let me just put Collision on my HBO Max, and I got you.
How come it's on Max? You don't put it on TBS or TNT?
Well, I got it on my PlayStation. That's why I'm putting on Max.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got my PlayStation on. That's why. Okay. Alrighty. All right. So from what I heard, you were going with the Dolphins to cover.
Yeah, with a 9.5.
Yeah. I kind of knew this was going to get raised, and there's a possibility, I think, tomorrow it could get a little bit more up at this point. I'm also going to take the Dolphins to cover that, too, because I remember the last time the Bills had to play a very bad team with a high spread, they didn't cover, and that was against the Saints. So I have a feeling that might occur again. So I actually am going to take the Dolphins to cover that 9.5. Or pending what it is tomorrow, because I don't think the 9.5 is going to stand. I think there's the possibility this could get raised a little bit more tomorrow. So I'm going to take the Dolphins cover. Over or under 49?
I'll say over.
And I will take that over as well, too. Well, at least my night gets a little bit better tonight. Ty J will wrestle tonight, but it's not a tournament match, but they'll be in action. So at least I know I'm getting an Anna win tonight. So it's actually a good thing. What you say?
I can't go wrong there, brother.
No, I can't, because they said they're in action. So that helps me right there for tonight. Thank you, Anna, for I bought your shirt. So that helps me tonight. Because I'm wearing my Jamie one. So I probably will wear my Anna shirt tomorrow with my other clothes with it. Because I wore that the last time when I was at a casino. And the time the Cowboys want to buy. Huh?
Y'all wear your Cowboy jersey?
Nah, no. Not anytime soon. Probably after the season, but I'll wear one if it's like a dress down day at work. I'll do it. I'll wear my autographed Lamb jersey. But I probably might just wear just a regular shirt and my Anna t-shirt over it, my new Try Me t-shirt. Available now on AEWshop.com. Tony Khan, you owe me money for all these plugs I'm giving you right now. Actually, this whole podcast, you owe us all money for these plugs we're making.
Yeah, Tony Khan, he's a knucklehead.
Here's the thing. Tonight, I can't call him a knucklehead yet because Mercedes did not advance in the tournament, which I'm glad. So he's saved for the moment. So that's why I said if Mercedes would have advanced, then I would have trashed him on Wednesday. But I'm going to keep that trend alive. I'm not going to trash him right now until possibly next week, whatever happens after Blood and Guts, if there is something I need to use. But we'll wait and see what occurs there. So I will take I think we both said the over, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're both taking the over. Next one we have is the Patriots and the Bucs. Who you got?
Oh, that's a good game.
Oh, that will be.
Patriots and Bucs. I got the Bucs here coming off the bye.
Okay.
I think they're going to use a good run game. Baker Mayfield get back to what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Patriots, they've been squeaking by lately with these few wins. So I like Tampa Bay at home at Tampa Bay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucs tier 2. When I did the episode with Wolf, he's already given him a stay of execution regardless of the outcome. So I'm going to get the Bucs here. I can see Baker having a good game. This is in Tampa. I don't think Bucky Irvin is playing in this one, is he? Or is he still out?
He's still out.
So Bucky is still out for this one. Okay, so I think it's going to be more of Rashad White, Emeka, Otten, and Tez Johnson. And I could see Vita Vea getting a Drake May, and I could see a pick by either Jamal Dean and probably Levante David. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers in this one. They have the Bucks as 2.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the Bucks with the 2.5 also. Over or under 48?
I'll go over 48.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in that one as too. Next one we have is our 4 o'clock games. We have the Cardinals and the Seahawks. Who you got?
Cardinals and Seahawks with a new quarterback starting for the Cardinals. The Seattle defense is just playing too good right now. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks here at home.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I'm going to go with Seattle. They've been doing real good at home with the defense. Darnold's looking good in the regular season. And I can see Smith and Jigba, Charbonnet, and Kenneth Walker, and Rashid Shaheed have good games here. And I can see DeMarcus Lawrence getting to Jacoby Brissett. So in this one, Jacoby, you're not playing a scrub defense. You're playing an actual defense that's too good at home, and you really don't want to deal with the 12th man. So I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. They have the Seahawks as 7-point favorites. You taking the points?
Yeah, Seattle cover.
Okay, I'd say Seattle covers that 7. Over or under 44 points?
Over 44.
Okay, I'm going to take the over as well, too. Next is our America's Game of the Week on Fox, the Rams versus the 49ers.
Rams and 49ers. I got the Rams in revenge here. 49ers just look too beat up right now with injuries. And Christian McCaffrey can only do so much as a one-man show.
Yeah.
So I think the Rams come back. Stafford's been playing good.
Yeah, he has been. I thought he was going to have a little bit of a decline, but he's been playing real good.
Yeah, he's been throwing at least 4 or 5 touchdowns. I see Puka having a good game. Adams having a good game. Williams having a good game. So I like the Rams here, and their defense is pretty tough.
Yeah. I'm going to take LA too in this. I think Stafford has a good game. Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Tutu Atwell and Higbee. And I can see Verse getting to Mac Jones this time. So I see them getting the split here. And I'm going to say this. Were you shocked that there were a lot of Niners fans at MetLife? Because I was not shocked that they took over MetLife.
Nah, I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, because Niner fans do travel well. It's a very good fan base. And I knew that. In MetLife, everybody takes over there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so that wasn't a shocker that there were a lot of 49er fans there. So I'm going to take the Rams in this. They have the Rams as 5.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah. The Rams cover.
Okay. I'm going to say the Rams covered at 5.5 also. Over or under 49?
I'm going to say under 49.
You can go under. I'm going to take an over. I think this could be a shootout between these two, but with a different ending this time with the Rams winning. So I'm going to take the over in that one. Next we have is the Lions and the Commanders.
I'm going with the Lions. I see them bouncing back this week after that loss. I see Gibbs having a good game. Alice St. Brown. Jared Goff will bounce back as well. Same with David Montgomery. Their defense will be better because, the Commanders are all depleted.
Yeah.
They lost Latimer, their quarterback for the year, with a torn ACL. They lost Josh Daniels to a dislocated elbow.
Yeah.
Which is right where the same spot RG3 got hurt.
Yeah.
And they got no run game. Terry McLaurin had a setback, so he's out as well.
Yeah.
So the Commanders are, as I like to say, they're on the clock.
Yeah, they were already on the clock, and like we said when we started, I said same old fucking Washington. it is same old fucking Washington again. So I'm taking Detroit as well. They're going to be coming in here pissed off after losing to the Vikings. They get the win here, going back to with Goff having a good game. Montgomery, Gibbs, Laporta, Jamison Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I could see the defense getting to Marcus Mariota with Anzalone and Hutchinson. So I'm going to take the Detroit Lions in this one. They have the Lions at 7.5 favorites. You taking the points?
Yeah, Lions will cover this time.
Yeah, I see the Lions covering at 7.5. Over under 48.
I'm going to say under.
You're going to go.
40.
You're going to say under?
Yeah.
I'm going to take an over in this because I see Detroit getting their revenge, going back to what they once were. And I also think they're going to avenge that divisional loss, which is on their mind. They get the win here. So I'm going to say an over. Next is our Sunday night game, the Steelers and the Chargers. Who you got?
Sunday night game, I got Steelers Chargers. I got the Chargers here at home.
All right.
I like Justin Herbert. He's playing pretty damn good right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know that offensive line is banged up bad. I know all of their best offensive tackles out for the year.
Yeah.
But Gaston is having one hell of a...
Oh, yeah. Rondé Gadsden's playing out of this world.
Exactly. And I like, that they have that run game with Vital working pretty good, and they got good pass catchers and 3 good receivers. So, and their defense is strong too.
Yeah.
So Pittsburgh, they just don't have enough offensive power.
No.
But they do find ways to win.
They do find ways to win. Yeah, they do. But as I said earlier, one game does not predicate your defense is really, really good. It's not enough. Okay, yeah, you did beat the Colts. But unfortunately, I don't see them building off of this win. I see the Chargers getting the win here with Herbert with his legs, going to Vidal, Gadsden, Keenan Allen, and Quentin Johnston. And I can see the defense getting Aaron Rodgers. So I'm going to say the Chargers get the win here. They have the Chargers 2.5 favorites. You taking those points?
How much were that in? You broke off.
The Chargers are 2.5 favorites. You taking the points?
Yeah, Chargers cover.
Okay. Yeah, I see the Chargers covering that 2.5. They get the 2.5. Over under 44.
I'm going to say over 44.
Yeah, I'll take an over on this too. Both can put up points. Herbert can put up points, and also Aaron Rodgers can too. So I'm going to take the over. And our final game, the Monday night main event, your Eagles versus the Packers.
Eagles versus Green Bay. Well, you know who I'm picking.
Nope.
I'm with Philly, baby.
Okay.
See, Saquon Barkley having a big game here.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Brown is back. We got some defensive help.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alexander is going to want to play in that game against his former team to show that he's not washed up.
Yeah.
I like Phillips. We get Noah Smith back.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Eagles here. I think Josh Jacobs will actually have a good game, but other than that, I would see Jordan Love having a huge game. He'll get a touchdown.
Okay.
Or two, but I like the Eagles here.
Okay.
I like AJ to have a big game here as well, and Smitty too. Everything should work out for the Eagles Monday night.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go to Packers here just because they're coming in mad and pissed off in a game that they shouldn't have lost to Carolina. I'm going to say the Packers win this game very, very close. I'm not going to say by Brandon McManus field goal because McManus has been messing up. He's been struggling. I just think the Packers are going to win probably by a late minute score to either Josh Jacobs, maybe Romeo Doubs because Tucker Kraft is out for the season because he tore his ACL, or it could go to either him or Heath. So I'm going to say the Packers win this one close by probably a last-minute touchdown. Since you are taking the Eagles are 1.5 underdogs. Are you taking the points?
Yeah, I'm taking the points.
Okay. And I'm going to take Green Bay with the 1.5 cover. Over or under 44?
Over 44.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in that as well, too. All righty. Before we end, Joe, what game should we look forward to?
I'm looking forward to the game we were just talking about, Eagles-Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Also like the Steelers and the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams and the Niners should be good. Baltimore, Minnesota should be a good one. The New England and Tampa Bay game should be a good one as well.
Okay. Games I'm looking forward to are Baltimore, Minnesota should be good. Can JJ build off of that win and prove that that wasn't a fluke over Detroit? We'll see that one. The game I'm not looking forward to is the Browns and the Jets. And if anybody who decides to touch it, 1-800-GAMBLER, and also check yourself in Ancore. Let me see what else. Patriots, Bucks. Let's see how Drake May does against a really, really good team here. Now, if he pulls off the upset, I'll be shocked. If he doesn't, then he was already getting a stay of execution from Wolf. But I still think Tampa's pulling that one off. Rams, 49ers. Will the Rams get their revenge over the 49ers and try to get the split here? I think they will. The Sunday night game should be good between the Chargers and the Steelers, and also the Monday night main event, the Eagles versus the Packers. So before we end and I call it a night, it's just been enough time for talk. It's time for kickoff. I'm Dave Walker, and we'll see you on the field. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good day. Good sports.
All righty. See you around, Joe. I'll talk to you on Sunday, man.
You too, man. Take care.
You too, bud.
All right.